Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2. In the last episode, when we finally got home after our long day out and stopping by the library, we got a call from Shion, and she basically gave us the answer as to why Mion and Uishi both asked Keiichi the same set of questions at different points throughout the day. And that's basically because, well, Tomotaki and Tanako were both killed last night. Or to be more accurate, it looks like as though Tomotaki had clawed out his own throat, and Tanako was found burned to death in an oil drum outside the prefecture. So, it looks like history is repeating again with Tomotaki's death. But as for Tanako, we never found out what happened to her after she disappeared in Chapter 1. So it's interesting that they were able to actually find her this time and figure out that she was actually killed too. But that's only the beginning of my troubles, because, well, as Shion and Keiichi both started speculating here, because of them breaking into that storehouse for all the religious implements, they're worried that they might have invoked Orishiro-sama's curse on themselves, and that Tanako and Tomotaki are simply the first ones out of the four of them that are going to end up biting the bullet, so to speak. Well, no, that doesn't work. Well, dying. Because initially it seemed strange here that two people ended up getting killed in this time around and for this year, except unlike previous years where one person would end up dying and another one would just end up simply disappearing. Which again has led to them speculating here that because four of them have committed the crime of breaking into the sacred storehouse, how the curse is going to implement itself this year is it's going to make two people die, and two others disappear. Kind of like doubling the whole deal compared to previous years. And so now Keiichi and Shion are anxiously waiting to see what happens, scared out of their wits, worried that they might actually be spirited. They might be demoned away soon. And on top of that, as we found out from one of the new tips we just unlocked, it looks like the mayor, Mayor Ferruti, has gone missing, and no one seems to know where he is. So some people are in Hinamizawa and in the next town over. I keep forgetting that other town's name. I'm bad with that. Are organizing search parties to try to find him. Now, how does this relate to what's going on? I have no idea. But it looks like something very similar to what happened in Chapter 1 may be occurring, but except this time it looks like we got more confirmed deaths and more possible victims on the way compared to Chapter 1. So let's just go ahead and hit the continue button and see what's going to be in store for us today. There's no way I'd be able to sleep. When she hung up the phone like that, I realized for the first time what kind of situation I was in, as well as who the only ally who would support me was. I waited with bated breath for Shion to calm down and call me back. What would I do if the phone rang while I was sound asleep? No matter how long I waited, however, it never rang. Exhausted, whenever my mind started to wander, I would jolt awake as though I heard the phone ring. In the end, I brought the cordless phone with me into my futon and went to sleep with it in my arms. Though it still didn't amount to anything. Morning came, And by that time, I was pretty sure she wasn't calling back. That was when a fierce drowsiness assailed me.
くそ
Damn it.
寝ぼけてる場合じゃないぞ前原圭一
This is no time for sleep, Keiichi Maebara. I slapped myself in the face a few times. Then, I went to the washroom and washed my face, which was something I usually didn't do. That wasn't enough either, so I even brushed my teeth. After that, I was finally wide awake. When Mom saw how strange I was acting, her eyes went wide.
どうしたのケイイチ
What's wrong, Keiichi? Well, I might have pissed off the local god.
今日はどこかにお出かけでもするの
Are you going somewhere today?
うん
Yeah,
学校に
school.
Keiichi くん、なんだか今日も調子悪そう。
Good morning, Reina. Keiichi-kun, you don't look so good today.
やっぱり風邪かな。
Do you have a cold?
風邪じゃなくて寝不足なんだ
I'm not sick. I just didn't get much sleep.
寝ぼけてわけのわかんないことを言い出したらフォローよろしくな
If I space out and start talking nonsense, just humor me.
ケイチくん、寝ぼけたらどんなこと喋り出すのかな
I wonder what kind of nonsense you'll say. I wonder. Probably something along the lines of, I don't want to die!
ちょっと楽しみかも。は
Now I'm looking forward to it. How? I felt utterly shattered, and I still hadn't picked myself back up this morning. And for precisely that reason, Reina's honest smile was a sight for sore eyes.
よ、
Good morning, Mion. Yo,
ケイちゃんにレナ、
what's up, Kei-chan? Reina,
おはよ
good morning.
あれれ
What?
みーちゃんもなんだか寝不足な感じだよ。
Mi-chan, you look like you didn't get much sleep either. Probably because you was up all night looking for a missing mare. Mion gone home early yesterday with a hangover, but she didn't look too good this morning either. Her usual cheerfulness was completely buried in shadow.
うん、
Yeah,
寝たの3時ぐらいだからね。
I went to bed at like 3.
眠い。
I'm a little tired.
3時昨日に続いてか
3? Right after yesterday?
おいおい夜更かしにも限度ってもんがあるぞ
Hey now, you can't keep staying up late.
大方漫画の単行本が面白くなっちゃって一巻から読破してしまったんだろ
You probably read the first volume of a manga, thought it was interesting, then read the entire series, didn't you?
うんうん俺にも経験があるぞ
I understand. I've done that before. I joked, trying to shake off my sleepiness. I was trying to be considerate. However, neither Mion nor Reina smiled. In fact, they didn't even pay attention. Reina's expression immediately darkened.
あれひょっとして村長さんのこと
What? Wait. Is it about the mayor?
まだ見つかってないの
He still hasn't been found.
うん。
Nope.
おいちょっと待ってくれ
Hey, wait a minute.
村長さんが見つかってないって何の話だ
What are you talking about? You can't find the mayor? Even the classroom, which was normally bursting with bright, joking voices, seemed filled with a different sort of murmur today.
おはようございますケイチさん
Good morning, Keiichi-san. Good morning, Satoko.
聞きました
Have you heard? About the mayor? Yes, I have.
なんだか大変なことになりましたわね
This is like something terrible has happened. To Tomotaki and Tanako? Yes, I have.
俺はその村長さんって人をよく知らないんだがジジイなんだろ
I don't really know this mayor person. But he's an old guy, right?
ボケて徘徊してるだけじゃないのか
Couldn't he just be wandering around senile? If he was senile, then I don't think it'd be a good idea to have him in elected office.
村長さんはボケてなんかいませんですわ。
The mayor is certainly not senile.
お習字も教えるし、剣道も教える、はつらつな方でございますの。
He's a sprightly man who can teach both calligraphy and swordsmanship.
僕と同じで、きっとどこかで迷子なのですよ。
He probably got lost somewhere. Like me.
迷子いいね。
I lost Rika! Why do you find that adorable? I find that sad.
お持ち帰り。
Oh, I want to take you home with me. Of course, that's why you think it'd be cute. It'd be the perfect opportunity for you to kidnap the poor thing. Getting lost is only cute because children like Rika-chan do it. A worn-out old man getting lost isn't mowing the slightest. While my mind entertained dumb thoughts like that, our teacher arrived. Everyone rushed to their seats.
皆さん、
Good morning.
おはようございます。
Everyone, good morning, Teach. Good morning. The class greeting was normal, but the atmosphere in the room was heavy.
すでに聞いている方もいるかもしれませんが、
Some of you may have already heard.
昨日の夜、村長さんが夜遅くになってもお家に帰ってこなかったのだそうです。
But last night, despite the late hour, the mayor never came home.
皆さんの中で、昨日村長さんを見た人はいますか？
Is there anyone here who saw the mayor yesterday? One or two hands went up in the silence, and they told her about having seen him. None of it seemed to be vital information, however, and everyone began whispering amongst themselves.
もしも村長さんを見かけた人は、大人の人に教えてあげてくださいね。
If anyone has seen the mayor, please tell an adult about it, alright?
それでは授業を始めます。
Now then, let's begin class. After that, the same old lessons began. The rumors, once quieted, blossomed in flowers again at lunchtime. I could hear a few different conversations. They were mostly related to the mayor's disappearance. Summing them all up, I came out with this. Yesterday evening, the mayor went to a meeting at the shrine's assembly hall. The meeting ended after the sun had fully set, and everyone left. The elder's house was a bit far from the center of Hinamizawa. It was already late, and Hinamizawa doesn't have a lot of lights outside, which would make it perfect then if anybody wanted to sneak up on you. Nobody saw the mayor after the meeting. However, because he would have been hungry, he wouldn't have taken any side trips. He would have gone straight home. However, no matter how long his family waited, he never returned. Some thought there might have been an accident. They left no stone unturned. They searched from the irrigation channels to the water wells, and even in the rice paddies, but they didn't find him. Of course, there was a limit to how far they could search in the middle of the night. The police were going to wait for daylight, then have the young men of the town help search. If after all they still didn't find him, they were apparently even going to go looking in the mountains. Even now, at this moment, the adults were probably all searching for him. The more they searched in vain, and the more time passed, the only thing that came to mind was the curse. How would the mayor be related to the dam project in any way? The rumors of Onikakushi, of the demoning away. Had he become this year's sacrifice to Orishiro-sama's curse, which had recently been occurring every year? That scary possibility which everybody thought about but nobody could say aloud, was slowly but surely spreading throughout the village. Was he demoned away and offered as a sacrifice to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger? If that's what you're all thinking, then maybe you should go search. Maybe you should go search at that one place where all those sacrifices ended up happening a long time ago. Maybe you'll find his corpse floating there. Assuming he's dead, of course, and has been sacrificed. My classmates were whispering to each other that the curse didn't happen this year, so there shouldn't have been any sacrifices. Oh wait, that's right, they gotta wait. They do it while he's alive, essentially. I, on the other hand, I knew. The curse did happen again this year, and there were 2 people that died. This may sound strange, but I hadn't exactly thought the elder would be the one to go missing. My reason was clear. Shion and I should have been a higher priority than him. Unless the mayor did something to piss off Oyashiro-sama even worse than what you 2 did. The 4 of us were thieves that broke the taboo and set foot into the sacred ritual storehouse. If Tomotaki-san and Takano-san had suffered mysterious deaths, then it should have been mine and Shion's next turn.
今度こそ俺かシオンの番なのにな。
This time should have been Shion and me. Eh? Careful what you say out loud, someone might hear you. I laughed painfully to myself. I'd yelled at Shion over the phone, and I didn't want to end up in such a terrifying situation, but now that someone other than me had disappeared, I could only think that I should have been the first to go. Onikafuchi, the bottomless swamp, said to have been the place where they drowned sacrifices long ago. Just as it ran through my thoughts, the villagers must have also considered the swamp. Maybe police divers were plumbing its depths even now. They probably wouldn't find anyone. Not a single missing person had ever been found. They'd always suspected Onikafuchi, but not once had they ever turned up a corpse from it. Which is, if you're referring to any kind of corpse, that's kind of scary, because, I mean, that place was used for a ritual sacrifice a long time ago. You'd think that you'd find at least corpses from that time period, if nothing else. But nothing? After all, it was a devilish, bottomless swamp, from which no one who sinks can ever return. I could hear someone telling their friend that in the classroom.
そういえば、サトシさんがいなくなったのも去年の今頃だったね。
Now that you mention it, Satoshi-san. He left around this time last year, didn't he? And here we finally start learning about Satoshi again. Huh? Satoshi? I've heard that name before. He was... right. He disappeared because of that year's curse. The conversation was happening in the seat next to me, so I could hear it clearly.
サトシさんの時も確かこんな風に村中で探したんじゃなかったっけ？
Didn't we search the whole village like this for Satoshi-san too?
あれも見つからなかったんだよね。
We didn't find him either.
あれって結局どうなったんだっけ？
What did we decide that was?
確か鬼隠しじゃなかったんだよね。
A demoning away, right?
うん。
Yeah.
貯金を全部下ろして家出しちゃったんだって聞いたよ。
I heard he withdrew all his savings and ran away from home. Did that happen in Chapter 1? That he withdrew all his savings and ran away from home? Because it sounds familiar.
警察の人が名古屋駅で新幹線に乗るところを見た人がいるとか言ってたもん。
Someone from police said there was someone who saw him get on the bullet train at Nagoya Station. Maybe he just ran away then. Ran away, huh? I wasn't that interested in the reason, which seemed understandable in this case. Everyone else who disappeared had their own reasons too. Either they were still on the run because they were criminals, or they were a corpse that couldn't be found. It's not like any of them suddenly disappeared into thin air for no reason. But they disappeared. Someone disappeared whenever the curse took a life, as if by design. They may have had various understandable reasons, but they still disappeared. From that point of view, it really might have been a demon in a way this time. The mayor's disappearance was the first such incident without a clear reason behind it. Of course, coming to that realization didn't help to resolve anything.
今日は味の加減を間違えちゃったみたいだね。
It looks like I messed up the seasoning today.
ごめん。
Sorry. Normally, Reina would have devoured her lunch immediately, but today there was still a ton left. That wasn't because Reina's lunch didn't taste good or anything, though.
そんなことありませんのよ。
That isn't the case.
レナさんのお弁当は今日もとっても美味でしたよ。
Your lunch today is as delicious as always. Satoko dipped her chopsticks into Reina's bento box and pulls bits of food out one after the other.
美味しい美味しい。
Yes, delicious indeed.
今日も格別でしたよ。
Today in particular, in fact.
あれそれかぼちゃのコロッケだよ。
Huh? You know those are pumpkin croquettes, right?
大丈夫？
Are you okay? Yes!
レナさんのかぼちゃならとっても美味しいですわ。
If it's your pumpkin, then it's delicious. Did Satoko dislike pumpkin? Regardless, she forced herself to smile and shoved more into her mouth. Everyone knew. Nobody's lunch tasted very good today. Satoko kept shoveling it down, repeating her remark on how good it was.
そんなにうまいなら、俺もいただかないとな。このままじゃ全部サトコに食われちまう。
If it's that good, then I guess I've got to have some too. Satoko's gonna eat it all if we let her.
あんまりにも美味しいので、ぜひケイイチさんにも召し上がってほしいですわね。
It's just so good, so I would certainly like it if Keiichi-san were to eat some as well.
たまには俺も年上らしい寛大さを見せないとな。
Well, sometimes I have to show my adult generosity, right?
よし、遠慮するな。
Okay, don't hold back on my account.
今日は俺の分まで食ってよし。
Enough for the both of us today.
うわー
She really, really hated pumpkin, didn't she? That made it all the more touching to see Totoko's own brand of generosity. I grabbed her head and started stroking it. Satoko, in a somewhat exaggerated fashion, was bawling, tears streaming down her face.
嘘だよ。
No way.
そんなにうまいものを譲るほど大人にはなれないよ。
You'll never grow up if you give away such good food.
レナも食え。
Reina, you eat too.
俺のは夕べのおでんの残り物だが、おでんは一晩経ってからがうまいんだぜ。
I only have leftover vegetable stew, but it tastes great after having sat overnight. Yeah.
お大根が綺麗な色に透き通ってて美味しそう。
The daikon resh has such a pretty color going through it. It looks delicious.
じゃあいただこうかな。
I guess I'll have some then. Reina reached out for chopsticks. And at last, the usual lunchtime atmosphere began to return. That was only at our desks, however. The dark tales of Ueshiro-sama's curse, which had recurred for 5 years in a row, didn't cease. The whole classroom remained stuck in this somber mood. Uyashiro-sama's curse had happened for 5 years straight. Everyone had wanted the previous year to be the last. What was Uyashiro-sama's curse anyway? They were going to build a dam in Hinamizawa. The people building it were bad, so they were cursed. I would admit that much. Still, the dam project was frozen years ago, wasn't it? So why was the curse still stubbornly persisting? Well, I would think that it's because all the big people that were involved in it weren't really punished in any way, and Uyashiro-sama just simply wanted to, well, draw it out, I guess. I don't know. I hit myself on the cheeks to perk myself back up. Everyone was trying so hard to brighten the mood. I can go straight back to thinking about the curse like that. I forced the grim story out of my head. Driving Uyashiro-sama's curse out of my thoughts was actually a good idea. In the end, that would meant I would also be driving away the most terrifying thought of all. That I could be the curse's next target.
しかし、ミオンは遅いな。
Mion's taking a while, isn't she?
あいつのお手洗いってこんなに長いのか？
How long does it take to wash your hands? Mion had said she was going to wash her hands and left, and she hadn't come back yet. I just had a thought. Maybe the curse is going after her for some reason. Or maybe she's waiting for Keiichi to come out and have a chat with her.
多分どっかでお昼寝してるんだと思う。
She's probably taking a little afternoon nap somewhere.
昨べはきっと遅くまで村長さんを探すお手伝いをしてたんだと思うから。
I think she was up pretty late last night looking for the mayor after all. Well, she did more or less say as much, so yeah. I smiled wryly and let out a laugh. Today was no good. However, much we tried to lighten the mood, things always come back to the mayor. It was just a no-good day. I just transferred here recently, so the shock of a curse happening 5 years running was an unimaginably big one. Maybe I do need to appreciate that.
村長さんはね、ちっちゃかった頃、みーちゃんのことをすごく可愛がってくれたんだって。
When Mi-chan was really little, the mayor would always spoil her.
いたずら盛りのみーちゃんをすごく可愛がってくれたって。
When she was going through her prankster phase, he loved her like his own daughter.
よく話してたな。
She's told me that often. I see. Mion was in shock too. Someone disappearing at all because of the curse was a very scary thing. If the sacrifice was someone you knew, though, then the shock must be 100 times worse. Satoko, if she'd come to the same conclusion, bit her lower lip and looked downward.
そういえば、リカちゃんも遅いな。
Oh, Rika-chan is taking a while too.
ひょっとして、リカちゃんも仲良くお昼寝か？
Maybe they're taking a nice afternoon nap together?
リカはそんなに遅くまではお付き合いしませんでしたわ。
Rika wasn't out that late.
リカがあくびをしたら、皆さんみんなして、おやすみなさいませ、おやすみなさいませって。
As soon as she yawned, everyone gathered around her and started saying, "Good night, good night." It's like the fabric of reality bends around Rika. It's kind of funny. Now she mentioned it, there were a lot of old people rubbing their prayer beads in fervent gratitude towards Rika-chan during the festival too. An image of the indulgent elderly came to mind. Had Rika-chan discovered a way to get herself to be pampered like that?
リカちゃんって何気に年寄りのアイドルだな。
Is there a reason old people treat Rika-chan like an idol?
理想の孫娘像ってやつなのか？
Is she their ideal image of a granddaughter or something? Well, it is because I think it's just basically because, well, she's a member of the Furuti family.
そんなの知らない。
I don't know anything about that.
でも、リカちゃんのあくびなら見てみたい。
But, I want to see Rika-chan yawning.
きっとね、ふわーって。
It's probably all like, Fwa.
お持ち帰り。
Oh, I want to take her home.
そんなに可愛いとも思いませんけど。
I don't personally think that it's that cute.
ふわーって喉の奥まで覗けるくらいの大あくびでしたよ。
It's more like a gwa, and she opens her mouth really wide so you can see the back of her throat.
リカちゃんの大あくび。はぁ
Rika-chan's giant yawn. Oh! Reina's handy at times like these. I finally managed a heartfelt laugh. Alright. I'm on day duty today, aren't I? I need to go water the flower garden. And that is how we're probably gonna run right into Mion. The garden is right outside the teacher's lounge too, so they can immediately tell if you don't do it right.
リカちゃんのだけじゃなく、さとこちゃんのも可愛いと思うわ。
I think Satoko-chan is cute. Not only Rika-chan.
大あくび。
Giant yawn. You brought this on yourself, Satoko.
窒息。
Can't breathe.
ちらっと見えた。可愛いの見えた。
I got a glimpse. It was so cute.
さとこちゃんのあくびも可愛い。お持ち帰り。
Satoko-chan is cute too. I'm gonna take you home. Reina was strangling Satoko. I don't think that counts as yawning. You know, Reina is... I can't say it out loud, but she's a notorious censored, isn't she? Sweat. What, pervert? Hearing Satoko make weird noises like a chicken being strangled was kind of hilarious, and I couldn't help but laugh. At some point, the classroom had erupted into laughter too. Maybe Reina was doing it on purpose. Even if she wasn't, this nonsense was a welcome sight. Anyway, fun time's over. How sad. Let's get over to the flowers while I still have time. Slowly and quietly, lest I destroy the room's newfound peace, I left the classroom. The watering can was hanging up outside the kitchen. This building had originally been an all-male forestry service building, so there was apparently nothing so thoughtful as a garden here before. When they decided to have a school share the space, they built one there as a modest gesture of appreciation. But, well, the flower bed, it was a little longer than you'd expect. Like, how long are we talking about? It went all around. That long, huh? It went all over the place. It was so big one would need to refill the watering can 5 or 6 times to get it all done. I think I heard a bell. And I'm back. I was doing this together with a kid who was also, thankfully, on day duty today. She was in the lowest grade, though, and a full size smaller than even Rika-chan. I couldn't make a kid who would struggle just to lift a full watering can help me with this. For this, if one was placed on day duty with someone liked, they'd do it all for you, so it'd be Keiichi.
悪態をついても仕方ないな。
No point in blaming her. That sounded
諦めて仕
weird.
事を始めるか。
I give up. I'll just get started. Watering can in hand, just as I was about to leave the building, the old man from the forestry office addressed me.
兄ちゃん、倉庫裏に菜園があるだろ。
Sonny, there's a vegetable garden behind the warehouse, right?
だいぶくたびれかけたぞ。
It's all just about dried up.
あそこにも水をやってあげな。
Water that too, would you?
ああ、カレー菜園ですか？
Oh, you mean that curry vegetable garden?
じゃがいもとか人参とか、カレーの具しか栽培してないっていう。
The one with the potatoes and carrots and other things that are only ingredients for curry? It's definitely the personal garden of our curry-loving teacher, but making students responsible for its upkeep is getting them involved in her personal affairs. I couldn't say that to his face, though, so I gave up and decided to carry out my day duties. The sunlight out front was strong. The great chorus of cicadas was strongly underlining how nothing was different today than yesterday. I passed by the classroom, and I didn't know how it happened, but Reina and Satoko were in the middle of a huge melee. While I was gone, the kids had arranged all the desks in a circle, forming a ring, while everyone was cheering them on. You can do it, Satoko. I know you have it in you. Yeah, that's how it should be. Once school ended, we would need to return to reality, where talk of the elders' disappearance would once again be all over the place. I wanted everyone to forget about everything and have fun, just like yesterday, if only while they were at school. In that sense, Satoko's whirling elbow and Reina's backwards flying spin kick made for a pleasant sight. Even if, as a result, they flipped over my desk. Ah, that's my pencil box! I'll just let it happen today. Poor pencil box, he never stood a chance. I set to work, hastily watering everything, wanting nothing more than to be done as soon as possible. That should about do it. No sooner had I thought that, than I remembered that I had to water teacher's curry vegetable garden too.
めんどくさいが、やらないと、後で色々と不利益なことがありそうな気がする。
Such a pain. But I have a feeling that it'll come back to bite me if I don't. I gave up, filled the can with water again, and head behind the warehouse. This was a place students didn't like to go to. It was always damp here, and you couldn't discard the possibility of slugs and pill bugs being around. Well, there you are, Rika. So when I ran across her in a place like that, I was surprised.
Log!
Whoa!
リカちゃんか。
Oh, it's Rika-chan.
驚かせるなよ。
Don't scare me like that. Rika-chan was just standing there like a puppet, devoid of life. I was the only one who was startled here. Rika-chan didn't even seem to react to my appearance.
リカちゃん？
Rika-chan? Finally, she noticed me. Her expression was clearly abnormal. There was red under her eyes, stained with tears and dirt. What the hell happened? There were blades of grass stuck in her hair, too, and her clothes looked as though she'd fallen to the ground.
リカちゃん！
Rika-chan!
ひょっとして、怪我したのか？
Are you hurt?
転んだとか？
Did you fall?
違うのですよ。
No,
違うのです。
that isn't it. Then what happened? Rika-chan said in the brightest voice she could manage as she rubbed her eyes. She didn't look anywhere near normal.
何があったんだ？
What happened?
まさか倉庫の屋根の上で昼寝とかしてて、落ちたとか？
You weren't sleeping on the storehouse roof, and then fell off or anything, did you?
僕のことはいいのです。
Don't worry about me. I beg, yeah, I'm going to worry about you. I mean, if you didn't fall, I mean, if you didn't fall down or anything like that, then it makes me wonder about what else could have gotten you in this state.
それよりも、圭一に聞きたいことがあるのです。
I have something I want to ask you, Keiichi. I mean, you were out here with Mion, weren't you? Where is she? Rika-chan walked over and clung to me. At first I thought she was playing a trick on me. Eventually, however, I realized it was so that I wouldn't run from the question she was about to ask. I shuddered.
俺に、なんだよ。
What do you want from me? She looked straight into my eyes. Her upturned eyes bored right into me. It was as though they were trying to pull the answer out of my own eyes without actually asking me the question. It was scary, so I averted my eyes from hers.
圭一、
Keiichi,
お祭りの晩に何か悪いことをしましたか？
did you do something bad on the night of the festival? Did you notice something off in the storehouse? My body gave a jolt from its very core. Rika-chan, who was clinging to me, might have felt my shiver. A nervous tingle crawled up from my feet, and after going up my back and freezing my entire body, it made its way into my brain.
圭一、
Keiichi,
本当に覚えはありませんか？
do you really not remember? My head began to throb. I don't understand anything. Mion asked me. Ushi-san asked me. Shion asked me. And now Rika-chan was asking me. We thought nobody knew about what we did last night, but in fact, everyone knew. They all knew. And they came to ask me, again and again, until I admitted it. When I thought about it, it was pretty clear the whole thing was out in the open. After all, didn't Tomotaki-san and Takano-san's deaths prove it? Not necessarily.
圭一、
Keiichi? How should I respond? Just be honest. We never should have entered the Forbidden Storehouse. And even though I regretted it so much, was she saying it wasn't enough? However, I had all but decided what I was going to say.
俺もそこが悪いからな。
I'm not exactly a good kid, you know?
悪いことの覚えが多すぎて見当がつかないよ。
I've done lots of bad things, so I can't remember anything specific. Don't beat around the bush, man. Just as I had with all the others, I evaded the question. Rika-chan stared up at me with innocent eyes. Her eyes were so painful that I had to look away. After a few moments of mutual silence, Rika-chan released me.
変なことを聞いてごめんなさいなのです。
I'm sorry for asking you something strange.
忘れてくださいなのですよ。
Please forget about it. I don't think I should, she said, smiling her usual smile. Then, tap, 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 tap. She went off running, as if nothing happened. But wait, I still need to find out how you got all dirtied. As she retreated in silence, I could feel her accusing me.
Rika-chan!
Rika-chan! If she didn't hear my voice, then I was going to give up. However, she heard it. Rika-chan swiveled around and waited for me to continue. I was the one who had questions now. Still, asking any of them could just be a half-assed way of admitting what I did.
なあ、Rika-chan.
Hey, Rika-chan.
はいなのです。
What is it? If everyone knows anyway, then I should be able to at least ask this, right? Why is everyone asking me about the night of the festival? That evening, had I done something that wrong? I felt plenty sorry about it, and I only looked anyway. I didn't break anything or steal anything. Really? Yeah, but you weren't supposed to be in there to begin with. Still. Tomotaki-san and Takano-san. They died so miserably. Since those two had come to such an end, there's obviously no way it would forgive only me. Rika-chan cutely tilted her head in confusion and waited for me to say something. If I were to admit to what happened that night, though, she might suddenly do a 180, as if flipping a switch. That would make sense. Rika-chan was a shrine maiden. She was the least likely to forgive me for breaking a taboo, wasn't she? Upon reflection, wouldn't telling her be more terrifying than telling Mion or Ushi-san? Well, considering how that telling either of them would probably just get to would just get to Rika's get to Rika's ears later on anyway. She's gonna find out, regardless of who you tell. So, way I see it, who better to? It would probably just be better just to tell her up front yourself. Rika-chan could just give up and leave, couldn't she? She didn't. She only was quietly waiting for me to say it myself. Say it, Keiichi Maebara. If you really are sorry, then you should say so. Of course, it's normal to hesitate, given the crazy way Tomotaki-san and Takano-san died. Stop beating around... Stop delaying and do it! A pulping machine called Chaos was grinding up my brain. The juice wrung out of it, turned to big droplets of sweat, which began to fall.
Keiichi.
Keiichi. Rika-chan suddenly straightened up, trying to pat me on the head.
ケイイチが何を悩んでいるのか、僕にはよくわからないのです。
I don't really understand what you're worried about, Keiichi. I had nothing to say to that. I lowered my head a little so that Rika-chan's palm could reach it. She petted me, kind of like one would a cat.
境内の裏を少し行ったところに大きな倉庫があるのをご存知ですか?
Do you know about the big storehouse a little way behind the shrine grounds?
祭具殿と言いますです。
It stores the implements we use for rituals. Seriously, just admit it, man. My breath literally stopped. Rika-chan, though, wasn't acting in a coercive way at all.
お祭りの晩、その祭具殿に猫さんが入り込んだのだそうです。
Apparently, on the night of a festival, a cat snuck into the storehouse.
猫
Cat?
はい、
Yes,
猫さんです。
a cat.
にゃーにゃーなのです。
Meow meow. Undoubtedly us. Rika-chan knew. She realized I was in fear. I could tell she was desperately trying to choose the right words so that she wouldn't scare me.
猫さんは前から細具殿の中を探検してみたいと思っていました。
The cat always wanted to explore inside the storehouse, but
でも僕が意地悪をして中を見せてあげなかったのです。
I was mean to it and never let it go inside.
なので祭りの夜、
So, on the night of the festival,
猫さんは我慢できなくなって中に入ってみましたのです。
the cat couldn't hold itself back any longer and went inside. The cat. It was clearly supposed to be Takano-san. Or wait, was it supposed to be me?
実は中には猫さんが怖がるものがたくさんあったのです。
Inside, there were actually lots of things that scared the cat. Are you just guessing his reaction based on just approximating his reaction based on what you how you think he would react to seeing all the different torture implements? Because Tomotaki and Shion both heard the sound of what sounded like a child or something jumping up and down inside the storehouse. That's what they said, what, right? But no, you couldn't have been there. You were at the festival. There was no way you could have been there. Rika-chan made a cute gesture like a ghost was coming out to frighten me.
猫さんはびっくり仰天。
The cat was both terrified and amazed.
一目散に逃げ出してガタガタブルブルニャーニャーで大変なのです。
It ran away as fast as it could. Clatter, clatter, shiver, shiver, meow, meow. It was terrible.
その猫が誰だって言うんだ。
This cat. Who are you saying it was?
猫さんは猫さんです。
The cat is a cat.
にゃーにゃー。
Meow, meow. Rika-chan still avoided saying it. The cat, though, was without a doubt me.
リカちゃん、
Rika-chan,
頼む。教えてくれ。
please, tell me.
その猫さんは
The cat,
これからどうしたらいい？
what should it do now? Maybe it was a desperate question to ask. I had sort of admitted to being the cat.
猫さんは猫さんですから、にゃーにゃー泣いてるだけで大丈夫ですよ。
The cat is just a cat, so it can just keep meowing and everything will be fine. So, you're saying nothing is going to happen to me? Even though I went in there?
大丈夫って、そんないい加減な。
Everything will be fine. That's stupid.
にゃーにゃー泣いてるだけではダメなのですか？
Shouldn't it just keep meowing? Jeez. Rika-chan and I had put together an entire conversation using cat as a code word. I didn't say it directly, but I had already admitted it. I didn't want to end up like those two. I didn't want to be a sacrifice, like Shion said. That's what I thought. So I stubbornly remained silent. But now, that's enough.
泣いてるだけじゃダメなんだ。
It can't just keep meowing.
猫さんがいたずら心で忍び込んだのを
The dog saw the
犬さん
cat
が見てたんだよ。
making mischief and sneaking inside.
犬さん。
The dog.
そうだ。
That's right.
犬さんなんだ。
He was the dog.
猫さんのところへ、代わる代わるやってきて、
It keeps,
忍び込んだだろうって、問いただしてくるんだ。
it keeps coming to the cat and trying to get it to say that it snuck inside. After I said that, Rika-chan's expression clouded over. She was trying to hide it, but I'd already noticed her eyes darkening.
リカちゃん、
Rika-chan. You really do have some hidden depths to you, don't you, Rika? You're smarter. You're definitely a lot more perceptive than you let on. Well, then again, maybe not, because I mean, you always did seem to be good at perceiving things around you, but just not really letting on what you perceive. This is probably the most what's the word I'm looking for here? Well, I guess maybe surprising conversation, because I guess maybe I really shouldn't be surprised that you had some way of finding out that Keiichi got into the storehouse, but I guess I'm kind of surprised that you're so forgiving about it, so understanding. Either way, I really shouldn't underestimate your ability to just notice and just perceive things, it seems. Silence was frightening, so I spurred her on. At that point, Rika-chan grinned.
大丈夫ですよ。
It's all right.
猫さんは僕が守ってあげます。
I'll protect the cat. That's very cute of you. That's very cute and nice of you to offer that, Rika, but how would you do that? Huh? I thought for a moment that I had misheard those words. So dependable they were.
猫さんはとても怖がっていますが、本当はそんなに大変なことではないのです。
The cat is really scared. But it really isn't all that bad.
何匹かの犬さんがきっと勘違いしてるだけなのだと思います。
I think all the dogs are just misunderstanding.
そんなに大変なことじゃないって。
It's not all that bad.
猫さんの心配しすぎなのです。
The cat is worrying too much.
僕がきっと何とかしてあげますですよ。
I'll do something about it for sure. Do what exactly? Rika-chan will do something about it? I don't even know left from right at the moment. So Rika-chan didn't look all that dependable.
ちょっと大変ですけど、頑張りますですよ。
It might be hard, but I'll do my best.
ファイト、オーなのです。
Go for it. Yay. She clenched her fist and stuck it in the air. Rika-chan said that the cat can just keep meowing. She said to leave it all to her. Is that really all it took to resolve this whole thing? Well, let's look at it logically for a second, Keiichi. She's the Shrine Maiden. She comes from a long lineage in this village, from this village's history. She's undoubtedly been raised right from the get-go to understand all of Hinamizawa's religious teachings and rituals and ceremonies and all that other stuff. So if there's anybody here who would really know how to resolve situations like you breaking into the ritual storehouse, it'd be her. Because from her position, she's basically kind of like she's basically the one person who is most qualified here to speak on behalf of the rest of Hinamizawa to the god or gods that reside here. Because, shrine maiden and all that. She may be a small young child, but I would trust her.
本当にリカちゃんで大丈夫なのか？
Will you really be all right, Rika-chan?
僕が頑張らないと、犬さんも大変なことになってしまうかもしれないのです。
If I don't do my best, then something bad could happen to the dogs too. Like what? What do you mean? What would happen to everybody else? I had no idea what Rika-chan was talking about anymore. She had been talking to me under the assumption that I was aware of certain things. So at first I understood her. Around the middle, though, I stopped understanding anything. However, one thing I didn't know was to not worry and leave it to her. Rika-chan straightened up once again, patted me on the head, and smiled. I was so moved by that reassuring feeling that I couldn't help but start to cry.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
猫さんも本当にちょっとしたいたずらのつもりだったんだ。
The cat, it really was just a little bit of mischief.
こんなことになるなんて全然。
It didn't think any of this would.
猫さんは臆病すぎです。
It's too much of a scaredy cat.
だから見せたくなかったのです。
That's why I never should have seen the storehouse. She was right. It was far too shocking for someone to see based on a little bit of interest alone. That's why it made it so difficult to look in the first place, wasn't it?
リカちゃん、
Rika-chan,
その猫さんはどうなるんだろう。
what will happen to the cat?
忍び込んだ2匹の猫さんが、
Two of the cats that snuck in.
あの晩に。
Well, that night they... I'd heard Tomotaki-san and Takano-san's deaths were being kept a secret. Rika-chan might not have known about it.
富武と高野ですか？
Tomotaki and Takano? You know about that? I gave a start at the sudden mention of actual names. Though it's weird to do that at this point.
忘れると良いのです。
You should forget about them. How do you know about their deaths? My spine froze again.
忘れる？
Forget?
はい。
Yes.
あの二人のことを思い出すことは、圭一にとって良くないことなのです。
It won't do you any good to remember those two, Keiichi.
考えれば考えるほど怖くなるだけです。
The more you think about it, the scarier it will get.
だから早く忘れた方がいいのです。
So you should forget about them as soon as possible. I want to believe you. And yes, thinking about their situation here does definitely inspire a bit of fear for, my own self-preservation's sake, but... It does honestly make me wonder, though. Even though again, as I just said a minute ago, you're probably one of the most qualified people here who would know about know about what to do about the more spiritual the manners surrounding Hinamizawa. If that's not what this is, and if it's the work of people, making people disappear and well, dying outright, and I still think that's the case, then it does make me worried, though. Like, what could you possibly do? She said something so enormously terrifying, without letting the smile on her face waver at all.
どこで聞いたかわかりませんが、綺麗さっぱり、お風呂でゴシゴシするみたいに忘れちゃうと良いのですよ。
I don't know where you heard about it from, but you should forget everything. Make your mind as clean as a scrubbed bathtub.
忘れるって言ったって、リカちゃんは知ってるんだろう。
Forget? Rika-chan. You know, don't you?
あの二人がどういう死に方を。
You know how those two died.
どんな死に方をしても、それは、ケイイチとは関係のないことなのです。
No matter how they died, it has nothing to do with you, Keiichi. And how can you say that for certain, though? Rika declared this in a flat voice. Nothing to do with me. So forget about it. I don't know what to think here. Back in Chapter 1, Tomotaki ended up dying in the same fashion as in this chapter, and Tanaka went missing. But in this chapter, she was found to have died as well. Of course, that initially seemed like their deaths were unrelated to Keiichi and his circumstance, but back in Chapter 1, he was as was pointed out by him and several others, he was foreign to Hinamizawa. He wasn't a native there. And Hinamizawa is a very close-knit community, shall we say. But on the other hand, it's just... I don't know. It's just... I'm just finding it difficult to believe here that what happened to those two is completely unrelated to Keiichi in any way. Like, how do you know this, Rika? The girl before me. She was innocent and lovable, and even seemed trustworthy, but suddenly she took on another dimension. Don't even get involved with their deaths. I'll help you, Keiichi. Those two contradictory statements twisted and distorted my image of the girl in front of me. I don't see how they're contradictory. Maybe what she's saying is she'll protect you from what is responsible for their deaths, which again brings me back to the question: how are you going to do that? And how much do you know what's really going on here? Do you know what killed them? Do you, Rika?
Shion.
What about Shion?
あいつはどうなるんだ?
What'll happen to her? It might have been dangerous to mention Shion's name, but I couldn't stop myself from asking. Rika-chan saw through everything anyway. There was no way I was going to fool her or keep anything from her at this point.
姉妹猫の妹ですか?
The younger of the sister cats?
にゃーにゃー.
Meow meow.
そうだ.
Yeah.
妹猫だ.
The little sister cat. Rika-chan appeared to think upon this for a moment. It was hard for me to endure even this momentary silence.
姉猫は怒ってます.
The big sister cat is angry.
妹猫が悪いことをしたので、とても怒ってます.
The little sister cat did something bad, so she's really mad. So Mion definitely knows what happened at the storehouse then, is what you're saying.
姉猫って
The big sister cat. That could only mean Mion. I recall being questioned by her yesterday.
ケイチ、
Keiichi,
姉猫はとても機嫌が悪いです。
the big sister cat's not in a good mood at all.
しばらくの間、そっとしてあげてほしいなのです。
I think we should leave her alone for a while. Honestly, you're probably right. Not in a good mood. Those words sent a shiver through me. Mion was mad. She was mad that we entered the ritual storehouse.
今日から部活はなしにしましょう。
Let's stop having club from now on.
え
Huh?
なんでだよ
Why?
そっとしてあげてほしいからなのです。
I think we should leave her alone. Rika-chan ended her sentence with such force that I couldn't say anything in response. Hey, Keiichi Mibara. Don't disobey Rika-chan right now. I agree, don't disobey her. She's the only one who said she'll help me right now. I'll leave things to her, just as she said to. I mean, she even said that the cat should just keep meowing. I'll forget everything, like she said. I'll leave everything to her. I'll forget everything about Takano-san, Toмотaki-san, and what I did that night. Just then, we heard a bell, far away, marking the end of our lunch break.
じゃあ校舎に戻ろうか
I guess we should go back to class.
ケイチ、
Keiichi, as if she had noticed how miserable I was, about to leave everything to her and flee the scene. Rika-chan called out to stop me.
勘違いの犬さんが猫さんに噛みつこうとしたら知らせてくださいね。
If the misunderstanding dog comes to try and bite the cat, please tell me, okay? Sure, but again, I gotta ask, what exactly are you gonna do? The misunderstanding dog. She put it in such a cute, wet-sounding way, but the true meaning behind those words was an eerie one.
勘違いの犬さんってなんだ
Who is the misunderstanding dog?
村長を噛んだ犬さんです。
The dog that bit the mare. So you're saying that somebody got to the mare? Again, Rika, just what do you know about what's going on around here?
どうして村長を噛んだのか、僕にはわかりません。
I don't know why it did that.
噛むなら、いたずら猫さんを先に噛むはずなのにです。
If it was going to bite anyone, it would have been the trickster cat first. Are you referring to the curse? The flow of blood in my body felt like it completely stopped for a moment. Rika-chan had admitted it. The sacrifices of that terrible calamity. She admitted that if they were to happen again, it would be Shion or I. I didn't know what was true about the girl standing before me. My suspicion gave way to fear, and nearly began to change to anger. Was she a savior who would protect me? Or a stranger, trying to capture and kill me for the sake of a horrible tradition? Well, Keiichi, here's what I think about that little remark of yours. Considering how last time in Chapter 1, when we started thinking that some of the people around us were probably trying to kill us for the sake of tradition and / xenophobia and all that other stuff like that, and how badly that ended up for us in the end. I think maybe this time around, we should try to just simply follow a little more close. Do what Rika says, at least for now, until we get a good idea of what's actually going on here. Besides, unlike last time, we didn't really unlike in Chapter 1, we didn't have Rika to offer us any help last time, so I am legitimately curious to know, like, what exactly is Rika going to do to quote-unquote help us? Is she actually being sincere in that she's going to protect us, or is she someone I should watch out for? I'm not getting any malice from her. Any feelings of malice from her in any way. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards the former. That she's a savior. But for all I know, I guess I could be very wrong. But at this point, I'm willing to say screw it and trust her. I had no idea what was true.
ごめんなさいなのです。
I'm sorry.
猫さんが怖がっているのに、また怖がるようなことを言ってしまいました。
The cat is already scared. And I said something to scare it even more. Well, the possible truth can be a really scary thing sometimes.
ごめんなさいなのです。
I'm really sorry. Rika-chan bowed so quickly, it looked like her head had been pulled downward. Still, she was right. I was cowering. I could distinctly feel my body shaking violently. So when Rika-chan reached her hand out to pat me on the head, I pulled away without thinking.
ごめん。
I'm sorry. Rika-chan made a very sad face. But I just couldn't bring myself to put it out my head for her again. That day, Rika-chan said she wasn't feeling up for club activities, so she suggested we don't bother. There's always vetoes when someone doesn't feel up to it. Reina and the others seemed really disappointed. The big sister cat is not in a good mood. I remember Rika-chan's words. He quietly stole a glance at Mion's expression. If I could forget the way she questioned me yesterday, though, her behavior was the same as it always was. On the surface, maybe. After dinner, without the energy to watch TV, I climbed into the futon in my bedroom and let my head be overtaken by gloomy thoughts. I told Rika-chan anything and everything. She had seemed trustworthy at the time. But had that really been the right choice? Well, if it wasn't the right choice, Keiichi, we're gonna find that out the hard way eventually, so it's too late now, no matter how you look at it. So come what may, we gotta just adapt and deal with it. The more I looked back on it, the less I understood what Rika-chan was saying. Not only did she know about Takano-san and Tomotaki-san's deaths, but she spoke of them as if she were a concerned party. After all this time, in my futon, I began to tremble fiercely. Had I been lured in by Rika-chan's sweet smile and told her things I shouldn't have? I should have continued to feign ignorance. Come on, man. It wouldn't have done any good at all. It's obvious that several people knew what you did. And you just continuing to feign ignorance would just make it worse. I shouldn't have known her such a weak side of me, excuse me. My emotions are a mix of regret and fear. And it colored the darkness of the night with an additional layer of terror. Suddenly, a knock. I might have yelped. That's how surprised I was.
Keiichi!
Keiichi!
さっきから呼んでるぞ。
I've been calling your name for a while.
電話だ。
You have a phone call.
園崎さんから。
It's from Sonozaki-san. Which one? It was Dad. I reached out for the cordless phone through the gap in my door.
園崎さんって、どっち？
Sonozaki-san. Which one?
姉？
The older sister or younger?
そんなのは知らん。
I don't know.
自分で出て聞きなさい。
Ask her yourself. I took the receiver and buried myself in my futon again.
もしもし。
Hello?
ミオンか？
Mion?
シオンか？
Or is it Shion?
私です。
It's me.
シオンです。
Shion. Finally called us back, have you?
こんばんは。
Good evening. I practically jumped out of bed. It was Shion, who I hoped so desperately would call me back last night.
シオン！
Shion!
ゆうべはすまなかった。
Sorry about last night.
つい興奮して。
I got all riled up. I heard what sounded like a deep sigh on the other end.
俺もシオンも同じ立場なんだよな。
You and me are in the same position, aren't we?
一方的に責めるような言い方をして悪かった。
I shouldn't have blamed you for everything like that.
もうしない。
I'm sorry.
謝るから機嫌を直してくれ。
I'm sorry, so please, cheer up.
機嫌を直したから電話したんです。
I called you because I'm in a better mood.
後悔したなら許してあげますから。もう謝るのをやめてください。
If you're sorry, then I'll forgive you. So please stop apologizing. Shion's tone still sounded a little angry. But for the moment, she said she'd forgive me.
ケイちゃんの言うように、私たちは運命共同体なんです。
You're right, too. We're tied to the same fate.
互いの無事の確認が自分たちの安全の唯一の保証なんです。
Making sure the other is all right is the only way to guarantee our own safety.
ああ、それについては同感だ。
Yeah, I agree.
だから、私たちは互いの知っている情報を共有する必要があります。
We absolutely need to share whatever information we have.
高野さんたちみたいな死に方をしないために。
So that we don't die. Like Takano-san and Tomotaki-san did. Yeah, but this would kind of go against what Rika-chan told us to do. I forced myself to swallow a solid drop of saliva.
では、昨日の続きを話します。
Then, let's continue from where we left off.
もう怒らないで聞いてくれますよね。
You'll listen without getting angry this time, right?
あ
Yeah,
あ、大丈夫だ。
I'll be fine.
まず、
Firstly,
私たちが思っている以上に、最後殿に忍び込んだことは禁忌、タブーだったみたいです。
it seems sneaking into the ritual storehouse was more of a taboo than we thought. Takano-san and Tomotaki-san's miserable ends, terrible enough that you could call them a warning. They were more than enough to make me believe that.
犯人たちは、最後殿を怪我した首謀格のあの二人を殺し、次に私たちを狙います。
The culprits killed those two, the ones responsible for sullying the storehouse. And they'll come for us next.
否定したいでしょうが、これを認めてください。
I know you want to deny that. But please accept it.
失踪してから認めても、もう遅いんですよ。
It'll be too late to believe me after you've disappeared, okay?
わかってるって。
I got it.
用心に越したことはないからな。
You can never be too careful after all.
私も、本当は認めたくありません。
I don't want to accept it either.
あんな拷問道具の博覧会を覗き見したことが、 あんな殺され方をする理由になるなんて絶対に信じたくない。
To think that sneaking a peek at that museum of torture devices deserves a death like that. I don't want to believe it. That's what a taboo is. For those who honor it, if one breaks the taboo, no matter how small or innocent their intentions were, they wouldn't be forgiven.
互いに何か気になることがあったら報告し合いましょう。
Let's report anything we notice that seems strange.
互いの持つ小さな断片を合わせていけば、ひょっとすると高野さんたちを殺した、いえ、今年の事件に限らない。
If we connect all the tiny pieces that we have, then just maybe we'll find out who killed them. Or maybe even the truth behind the incidents of the previous years.
過去の連続事件を解決する鍵が見つかるかもしれません。
We could find the key that'll resolve everything.
そうだな。
You're right.
確かにそうだ。
You're right about that. All I was doing was waiting in fear. But Shion had already thought that far ahead. Given how trustworthy she felt, I became embarrassed over how passive I was being.
では、まずは言い出した私から行きます。
Then I'll start, since I suggested it.
最近、誰かに監視されているような気がします。
I feel like somebody has been watching me lately. You sure it's somebody other than Mion, maybe? Who has more than a few reasons to be upset with you?
え？
What?
と言っても、気のせいかもしれません。
It might be my imagination, but
でも、一応報告します。
I'll tell you anyway.
今は気のせいだと思っていますけど、もしもケイちゃんも同じように誰かに監視されているように感じるなら、
I think it's just me, but if you feel like you're being watched too, Kei-chan, then
これは気のせいじゃないのかもしれませんから。
maybe it's not just my imagination.
そういうことなら安心しろ。
Well, don't worry.
少なくとも俺の方は大丈夫だ。
At the very least, everything's been fine for me. I think. As I spoke with Shion, I thought back on today. I had no grounds to say that everything was fine.
そうですか。
I see.
では気のせいということにしますが、ケイちゃんも注意してください。
And I suppose it was my imagination. But you be careful too, Kei-chan.
特に一人で表を歩くときは、細心の注意を払ってください。
Be especially careful when you're by yourself in public.
私は沖宮ですから、一人きりになることはそうそうありませんが、ケイちゃんはひなみ沢です。
I'm in Okinomiya, so I won't be alone very often. But you live in Hinamizawa.
一人ぼっちになることも多いはずです。
There'll be a lot of times you'll be alone.
特に注意してください。
Please be extra careful.
そうだな。
You're right.
ああ、気をつけるよ。
Yeah. I'll be careful.
それから、お姉なんですが、
Also,
何か変わった様子はありませんか？
about my sister. Has she been acting strange lately?
俺ってミオンのことか？
Your sister. Oh, Mion. Right.
変わった様子ってどういうことだ？
What do you mean by acting strangely?
先日、私、お姉に綿流しの夜の所在について問いただされました。
Well, yesterday she came to me and asked me where I was on the night of the Watanagashi.
え？それは俺もだよ。
What? She asked me too.
一昨日かな。ミオンに聞かれた。
The day before yesterday, I think. Mion asked me.
やっぱりですか。
I see.
私は言ってないと答えました。
I told her I wasn't there.
ケイちゃんは？
What did you say?
同じだよ。
I did the same thing.
ごまかした。
I just dodged the question. Both of us gave a quiet sigh of relief.
綿流しの晩以降、お姉の様子はおかしいです。
Ever since the night of the festival, my sister has been acting strangely.
用心に越したことはありませんので、注意してくださいね。
We can't be too careful. So just be aware, okay? Mion was acting strangely. Well, it does kind of coincide with Rika telling us that she's just been in a bad mood lately. Aside from her asking me about the night of Watanagashi, she hadn't seemed too out of the ordinary. At least from my point of view. Her twin sister, though, was saying she was acting weird. Maybe it was such a slight change that a stranger like me wouldn't be able to notice.
わかった。
Got it.
少し用心するよ。
I'll start being careful.
帰り道は必ずレナも一緒だから、二人きりになるってこともそうそうないしな。
I'll always have Raina with me on my way back from school, so I shouldn't end up alone with Mion very
用
often.
心してください。
Please, be careful.
気になることがあったら教えてくださいね。
If there's anything that's bothering you, you can tell me.
わかった。
Alright.
では、ケイちゃんの方では何か私に話すことはありませんか？
Okay. Then is there anything you want to tell me, Kei-chan? My turn. That's right. Maybe I should report on Ushi-san asking me the same question at the
あ、
library.
ケイちゃんが逃げ遅れたあの時の話ですね。
Oh. That time when you were too slow to escape.
ああ、
Yeah.
大石さんにかなり強い口調で聞かれたよ。
Ushi-san asked me pretty forcefully.
あの晩、高野さんたちと一緒にいなかったか、シオンに会わなかったかって。
Whether I was with Takano-san and Tomotaki-san that night, and whether I had seen you.
大石さんは、俺たちが4人一緒にいたところを見ていたようだった。
Ushi-san seemed to have seen the four of us together.
警察にしてみれば、高野さんたちが最後に会った人間ということになりますからね。
From the police's point of view, that would make us the last people who had seen them.
私たちに興味を持つのは、ある意味当然でしょうね。
I suppose, given that, it's only natural that they'd be interested in us.
こっちもごまかしたけど、かえって興味を持たれたかもしれない。
I evaded the questions then, too. But that might have just made them more interested. There was no way I could have tricked that sly old fox, Uishi-san. My troubled countenance would have only made him even more certain.
なあ、シオン。
Hey, Shion.
警察なら、行っちゃってもいいんじゃないのか？
Since they're the police, shouldn't we just tell them?
むしろ俺たちの状況を思えば、警察を味方につけるのはプラスだと思うぞ。
I mean, considering our situation, I think having them on our side would be a good thing. Shion didn't answer right away. For a few moments, all I could hear was her breathing as she thought about it.
そういえば大石さんは、ミオンに何らかの嫌疑がある、なんて言ってたような気がする。
Now that I think about it, Ushi-san said there was something possibly shady about Mion. He said there was something shady about the Sonozaki family in general, man, not just Mion. At least that's what I think he said. Yeah.
確かにそう言ってた。
Yeah, he definitely did.
昨日も話しました通り、園崎家はひなみ沢に強い影響力を持っています。
As I explained yesterday, the Sonozaki family holds a lot of influence over Hinamizawa.
大石は一連の連続開始事件を園崎本家が中心になった村ぐるみの犯行だと疑っていますから。
Ushi is under the impression that the whole village, with the Sonozaki family at the center of it all, is responsible for the recurrent freak deaths. Going by everything I've seen of him, both in front of Keiichi and not, I can believe it.
園崎家が中心になった村ぐるみの犯行？
The whole village is behind them, with the Sonozaki family at the center. Please don't get angry like you did yesterday, and just listen. I hammered that home before I got too upset.
ひなみ沢のダム闘争の時、リーダーシップを期待された神主があまりに日和見だったので、園崎本家が首謀格になって決起したんです。
During the Hinamizawa Dam Wars, the priest who everyone was anticipating to lead the anti-dam movement acted as though he were unrelated. So the Sonozaki main house rose up to take charge.
戦いの歴史については、お姉から聞いてますよね。
My sister told you all about all the battles that happened, right?
ああ。
Yeah.
ひなみ沢全体で一丸となって戦ったんだろう。
All of Hinamizawa got together and fought as one.
デモをしたり、裁判に訴えたり、テレビに出たり。
They held protests, brought to court, and even appeared on TV.
実際はもっともっと過激なこともたくさん行われたんです。
In reality, there were many things that happened that were far more extreme.
園崎本家が水面下で様々な違法な抵抗活動を行ったと言われてます。
Under the surface, the Sonozaki main house was doing all sorts of illegal things to oppose it.
違法な抵抗活動？
They were acting illegally?
例えば夜中に建設現場に忍び込み機材を盗んだり壊したり建設重機のガソリンタンクに角砂糖を入れたりとか。
For example, they would sneak into the construction site in the middle of the night and steal equipment, or break it, or put sugar cubes in the gasoline tanks of the construction vehicles.
ガソリンタンクに砂糖？
Sugar in their gasoline tanks?
なんでそんなこと？
Why would they?
知らないんですか？
You don't know?
戦争中にフランスの地下組織なんかがやった典型的なゲリラ活動ですよ。
It's practically the representative guerrilla tactic. It was used by underground organizations in France in World War II for one.
砂糖を入れるとエンジンが焦げついて壊れちゃうんですよ。
When you put sugar in, the engine gets burned out and breaks down. You learn something new every day. That's pretty bad though, isn't it? Well, yeah, it essentially just makes the vehicle unusable. It was destruction of property, and nothing less.
建設現場への監視が強化されると、今度は工事の重要な立場にある人間への攻撃に変更されました。
When they beefed up the guard at the construction facility, the family turned to attacking important construction personnel who worked there.
例えば、工事を認可した役人たちには様々な脅迫が行われました。
The government officials who had given permission for the construction, for example, received all kinds of threats.
それは県庁の役人だけでなく、建設省の偉い役人にまで及んだそうです。
Not just people from the prefectural office either. Apparently this reached as far as the Ministry of Construction.
聞いた話では、子供の誘拐までやったとか。
As far as I've heard, they even kidnapped a child once. That's pretty hardcore.
誘拐？
Kidnapped?
ええ。
Yes.
建設省の日並沢ダムを担当する偉い人の子供が神隠しにあったんですよ。
The child of an important person in the Ministry of Construction who was in charge of the Hinamizawa Dam got spirited away.
で、ある日突然、日並沢のもっと上流の高津戸の山中で保護されまして。
Then, one day, all of a sudden, he was rescued in the Takasudo Mountains, which are upstream from Hinamizawa.
犯行声明はなかったって言われてるんですけど、ダム工事を中止するようにとの脅迫があったのではないかと囁かれています。
Apparently there were never any criminal accusations, but people whispered that it had been a threat to stop the dam construction from happening. If the Sonozaki main family is willing to go that far just to get what they want, and in order to just essentially send messages to those who threaten Hinamizawa, it honestly makes me wonder. Maybe there is a possibility that the Sonozaki family might be at least connected to the disappearances and deaths that have been occurring throughout the past several years. Because all of those deaths and disappearances were tied to people who were in some way connected to either the dam project or those who just didn't side with the village against it, like in the case of the Shrine Maidens, Rika's parents. It's not hard proof by a long shot, but considering the sheer amount of influence that the Sonozaki family has, I can't just dismiss the possibility that maybe they might be connected after all. At least to some of this stuff. Besides that, there are stories about so many different threats that I couldn't possibly list them all.
それは確かにちょっとやばいな。
Wow, that's sort of bad, isn't it? and it also makes me more understanding of Ushi's rather negative outlook on the Sonozaki family.
そんな最中だったんですよ。
Right in the middle of the whole thing,
第一の事件、
the first incident happened.
現場監督のバラバラ殺人があったのは、
That's when the dismemberment of the construction manager occurred.
園崎家が主犯格の男を買収したのではと囁かれてますが、何しろ今日も逃走中ですからね。
People whispered that the Sonozaki family had brought out the principal offender. But of course, he fled and they still haven't found him. When she put it that way, the Sonozaki family definitely seemed suspicious.
犯人も口封じで消したんじゃないかって大石は思ってるみたいです。
Ushi-san even seems to think that the criminal was erased so that he wouldn't talk,
当然ですね。
which is pretty reasonable of him.
身内である私ですら、
It's even enough to make me think
園崎本家の暗躍があったのではないかと思ってるくらいですから。
that the Sonozaki main house is doing some really shady things behind the scenes, even though I'm related to them.
それを俺に信じろってのか？
Are you telling me to believe that?
ミオンの園崎本家がそんな悪いことをやってきたと信じろというのか？
That the Sonozaki main house, where Mion lives, has done all those bad things? You're telling me to believe it?
ケイちゃんが信じなくても村人たちは信じてます。
And if you don't, Kei-chan, the villagers do.
自分たちが綺麗な抵抗運動をする陰で園崎家が汚い抵抗運動をしてくれた。
While they opposed the dam in upright and lawful ways, the Sonozaki house did the dirty work for them.
自分たちの矢面に立って戦ってくれたんだってみんな思ってます。
Everyone believes that they fought at the front, so they take the brunt of the criticism.
ですからちょっとしたダークヒーローとして崇められているんですよね。
So they're respected as sort of heroes of darkness.
私が知っているのは本当に一部だけだと思います。
I think I only really know one part of it.
例えば誘拐なんかの特にヤバい話は当主のバッチャーを含めほんの数人しか知らされてないと思います。
For example, the really bad stuff, like the kidnapping, I think only a handful of people even know about it, including Grandma.
園崎家は秘密主義ですから。
The Sonozaki family is secretive after all.
秘密主義か。
Secretive, huh? A family so unforthcoming that even Shion, who is related to them, doesn't know everything about them. The Sonozaki family. Unlike Shion, her older twin Mion was deeply involved with everything, and that was not a fun thought to entertain.
そういった違法な抵抗運動の中心として年少ながら活躍したのがお姉でした。
My sister, though young, was the one who acted as the center of the illegal resistance movement.
ミオンが
Mion was?
どういうことだよ。
What do you mean?
うちのお父さんヤクザの大物ですから。
Well, our dad is a big shot yakuza.
年少のお姉でも若い柄の悪いのを何人も従えることができました。
Even when she was little, my sister managed to subjugate a bunch of young street rats.
で、様々な嫌がらせや妨害をやってのけたんです。
Then she played all sorts of tricks on them and just generally got in their way.
ミオンが
Mion did that?
今はなんだかのんびりした雰囲気だから想像もつかないでしょうが、
Now she's pretty laid back, so it might be hard to imagine.
器物破損から脅迫、暴行まで一通りこなして何度も補導されたんですよ。
They put her in charge of everything, from property damage to threats and even acts of violence. Sure is a lot of responsibility thrust upon a high school student.
子供ですからすぐに釈放してもらえたみたいですけどね。
Though since she was a kid, they could get her released pretty easily.
お姉は自分の年齢が武器になることを知ってたみたいです。
She learned that her age could be used as a weapon. It may have been indiscreet, but I couldn't help but chuckle dryly. She may have been young, but she was certainly still Mion. Even back then, she had already been known for her craftiness.
笑い事じゃないです。
It's nothing to laugh about.
真剣になってください。
Please, take this seriously.
悪い。そんなつもりじゃ。
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Shion had gotten pretty angry at me.
まあ、そんな不良娘だったお姉も、いつの間にかそのだけ本家の重鎮。
Well, her delinquency soon got her into a position of authority in the Sonozaki main house.
大石がバラバラ殺人以降の事件を疑いたくなるのも、まあ無理ないことです。
It's not unthinkable that Oishi suspects them for the dismemberment incident, and the later ones too. Are you saying, okay, so you're thinking then that they might have somehow instigated the whole thing, where those group of workers had essentially dismembered the damn foreman and then, well, did that little pact of theirs until all but one of them was arrested? We need proof of that. For a few moments, I was dumbstruck at the tales of Mion's past. None of them matched the image I had of her. A younger Mion, dirtying her hands with all sorts of crimes, giving the damn construction project hell. As a successor to the Sonozaki main family, she was always right at the center of the vortex of strange incidents occurring year after year. Was that really the Mion I know? Maybe the one I know isn't the real Mion. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't bring myself to accept these images of Mion I was hearing from another person.
まあ、話を戻します。
Well, back to the main subject.
お姉が注意に値する存在であることは理解してもらえたと思います。
I just wanted you to know that my sister is someone worth being cautious around.
注意してください。
Please, be careful. I didn't want to understand. Mion was a fantastic friend. She would never do something to back me into a corner like that. She did ask me pretty harshly about the night of the festival. But even that, it wasn't like she meant it in a mean way or anything.
わかった。
I don't know, man. Those dull eyes of unhappiness that she had there certainly didn't evoke positive feelings in me. Alright.
気をつけるようにするよ。
I'll make sure to be careful.
私とお姉は血のつながった姉妹ですが、園崎家にあってはまるで格が違うんです。
We're sisters related by blood. But within the Sonozaki family, we're basically of a different class.
私とはとても遠い存在だということを認識してください。
I want you to recognize how distant my position is from hers.
お願いします。
Please. The more Shion tells me about Mion, the less I understand who Mion is. The Mion I know wasn't a dangerous person. She joked around, smiled a lot, and was full of passion. Now that I realize I held such a view towards her, Shion was telling me to change it. To be careful around the best friend ever. To doubt her. The idea was very sad and painful.
で、大石の件ですが、
Now, about Oishi.
ケイちゃんがいいと判断するなら、必要な情報を与えてもいいと思います。
If you think it's a good idea, then I think we should give him the information he needs.
やはり警察を味方につけるのは、私たちに有利に働くと思います。
I think getting the police on our side will work in our favor.
やっぱりシオンもそう思うか。
You thought so too, Shion.
ただ、今説明した通り、園崎の人間はそもそも警察に睨まれているんです。
It's just... at the moment, like I explained, the police have their eyes on the Sonozaki family already.
特に大石は、園崎家が丸ごと連続事件の黒幕だと決めてかかってますからね。
Ushi in particular completely believes that they're the masterminds behind the serial incidents.
それはもちろん私も含めてです。
That includes me, of
です
course.
から、私はあまり大石には関わりたくないんです。
So, I don't really want much to do with Uishi. I see. If Uishi-san had found out about the Sonozaki family's strife-filled history, then he probably wouldn't be very happy with Shion either. At last, I understood Mion's instinctive dislike for Uishi-san.
どうせバレてはいるんですが、一応私の名前を伏せておいてください。
It's probably out in the open at this point, but try not to give my name to him.
それだけ守ってくれれば、大石には何を話しても問題ないと思います。
If you agree to that, then I don't think there's a problem with you telling him anything.
わかった。
I got
伏せ
it.
るようにするよ。
I won't mention your name.
警察の捜査力は、今の私たちにはとても心強い武器になると思います。
The police's investigative ability should be quite a reliable weapon for us right now.
大石が興味深い話をしたら、私にも聞かせてくださいね。
If Uishi tells you anything interesting, then let me know as well.
ああ、もちろんだ。
Yeah, of course.
情報は互いに交換し、研究し合おう。
We'll share information and investigate together.
高野さんたちを殺したのは誰なのか。
Who killed Takano-san and Toмотaki-san?
そして俺たちを狙うのは誰なのか。
Who was after us?
それがわかるまで、俺たちは自衛しなくてはならない。
Until we know, we need to defend ourselves.
あとはありますか？
Anything else?
大石に聞かれたこと以外は。
Besides what Uishi told you, I mean.
身に起こったことは、どんな些細なことでも教えてください。
If anything has happened, no matter how minor, please tell me. Aside from my discussion for Uishi-san, well, there's your conversation with Rika. Oh. Should I tell her that I revealed everything to Rika-chan? Rika-chan was acting like she knew something I didn't. She probably does. She told me to leave it to her. But what? That's right. When I was talking to her, I mentioned Shion's name too. Was that a mistake? I felt like Shion would get angry.
何もないんですか？
Nothing else?
ケイちゃん？
Kei-chan? I remained quiet for a little while, so Shion encouraged me to speak, unable to bear the silence. As I struggled with what to say, Shion addressed me instead.
ないようでしたら、私から聞きたいんですけど。
It doesn't sound like it, so can I ask you something?
私もついさっき聞いたんですが、君吉のおじいちゃんが行方不明になったって、本当ですか？
I just heard this myself. Is it true that old man Kimiyoshi went missing? The old man Kimiyoshi. My guy told me it was the name of the mayor.
村長さんのことか？
You mean the mayor?
なんだシオン、聞いてないのか？
Wait, Shion. You haven't heard?
何も知らないです。
I don't know anything. You don't?
お父さんが電話でそう話してるの、また盗み聞いただけですから。
I just overheard my dad talking about it on the phone again. No one told you anything? I realize I shouldn't have said that. Here in Hinamizawa, the things that happened around this time, when Urashiro-sama's curse would recur, would all be covered up.
ああ。
Yeah,
実はな、
actually.
昨べ会合の後、家に帰ってこないとかで、ひなみ沢中で大騒ぎになったんだ。
Actually, last night after a meeting he didn't come home, so all of Hinamizawa was confused.
村中で探したみたいだけど、まだ見つかったって話は聞かないな。
They searched all through the village, but if they found him, then I haven't heard.
警察も探してるはずなんだけど。
The police should be searching for him as well.
なんでそんな大事な話を先にしてくれなかったんですか？
Why didn't you tell me something that important right away? She shouted angrily at me, bringing all her emotion to bear.
悪い。 もう知ってると思ってたんだよ。
Sorry. I thought you already knew.
隠す気なんかなかった。
I didn't want to hide it or anything. The receiver was silent. Did Shion get mad again and hang up?
おい、シオン、もしもし？
Hey, Shion. Hello?
ケイちゃん、私、どうしよう。
Kei-chan? What should I do? Hey, what's wrong? Shion's tiny, confused voice sounded like it belonged to a different person than the one yelling a few seconds ago.
どうした？
What's wrong?
話せよ。
Tell me.
俺たちの間で隠し事はなしだろ？
We're not keeping secrets from each other, right? Shion hesitated for a long while, but then she confessed.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
隠すつもりはなかったんです。
I didn't mean to hide it.
ちょっと言うのが前後したっていうか。
It was just that, well, the conversation got turned around and
俺たちは仲間だろ。
we're on the same side, right?
怒ったりしないから正直に話せよ。
I won't get mad, so tell me honestly. Shion still hesitated for a few moments. Then, in a resigned voice, she continued.
私、君吉のおじいちゃんに
I,
打ち明けたんです。
old man Kimiyoshi, I told him everything. You told him everything? Shion seemed to think that I would yell at her right after she said that, so I heard her catching her breath. Contrary to what she thought, I was a little relieved. Shion had done the same thing I had when I confessed everything to Rika-chan. But wait, why would they go after the mayor though? If we're supposed to believe that this is the work of a curse and that there's people going around making it look as such, why wouldn't they go after Shion and Keiichi, who definitely broke a big taboo and go into the storehouse? Why would they go after someone who just simply heard about what they did directly from the horse's mouth? This doesn't make sense. So, in as gentle a voice as I could, so as not to set her off, I responded.
君吉のじいさんってのはシオンにとって相談できる心安い人なんだろ？
Old man Kimiyoshi. He's someone you feel comfortable confiding to, Shion?
はい。
Yes.
私のことを小さい頃から本当に可愛がってくれて。
He would. When I was little, he was really nice to me. So you had the same kind of relationship to him as Mion did, then. Shion felt the same pain as the rest of us from the mayor's disappearance. She had a different kind of strength from Mion, and as she continued, her voice sounded truly sad and pained.
私、いつも意地悪なことをしてたのに、いつもニコニコと笑って。
All I did was play tricks on him, but he would always just smile.
私の言うことは何でも聞いてくれて。
He listened to anything I had to say.
本当に優しい人だったのに。
He was such a kind person.
落ち着けよシオン。
Calm down, Shion.
別に死んでしまったわけじゃないだろ。
It's not like he's dead, right?
そんな簡単に諦めるなよ。
Don't lose heart so easily. Shion didn't answer. Even as I said it myself, I didn't think we'd ever find the missing mare again. We probably would even figure out if he was alive or dead. Shion must have been thinking the same thing.
村長さんに。
That night,
私、あの晩、
I told the mayor
最後でに忍び込んだこと、打ち明けたんです。
that we snuck into the ritual storehouse.
誰かにそれを見られてて、私たちを狙っている人がいるって。
Also that someone saw us and was out to get us.
村長さんは高野さんたちがまともじゃない死に方をしたのを知ってるのか？
Does the mayor know how absurdly Takano-san and Tomotaki-san died?
はい。
Yes,
知っていました。
he knew about it.
あの二人がお社様のたたりで死んだから、私はその怒りを鎮める生贄にされるんじゃないかって。
I told him that they died by Oshiro-sama's curse, and I could be made a sacrifice to calm his anger.
本当に率直に言いました。
I just said straight out.
あ
Right.
あ、それで
What then?
君吉のおじいちゃん、怒らなかった。
Old man Kimiyoshi didn't get
そ
angry.
してにっこり笑って、しおんちゃんがちゃんと反省してるなら鬼隠しになんかなるものかって。
He smiled and told me that if I was properly sorry about it, there was no way I'd be demoned away.
本当に笑いながら任せなさい。
He was really smiling, and he told me to leave it to him. That's exactly what Rika told us, so now I'm beginning to worry. Is something gonna happen to Rika now, too? Until Shion stopped sobbing, I was unable to find any words for her. I couldn't imagine what kind of person the mayor was, nor what Shion's relationship with him was like. Words of comfort, however, mean so much to us when we're about to be crushed by anxiety. Today, Rika-chan taught me that too. As someone who gave me such a sense of security were to disappear, and I could guess what kind of shock Shion was in.
私のせいです。
It's my fault,
私が打ち明けてしまったから。
because I revealed everything.
よせよ、シオン。
Stop it, Shion.
シオンのせいじゃないよ。
It's not your fault. No!
私のせいなんです。
It is my fault.
私が打ち明けてしまったから。
I told him everything.
君吉のおじいちゃんがしてしまったから。
Old man Kimiyoshi found out about everything.
だから殺されてしまったに違いないんです。
So, he has to have been killed.
だって打ち明けてすぐなんですよ。
It was right after I told him, after all.
打ち明けて大丈夫って言ってくれたその晩に消えてしまった。
He disappeared the same night that I confessed. It told me everything was going to be alright. But this doesn't make sense, though. Why would he be killed? For what you and Keiichi did, along with Tomataki and Takano. He's the and he's a goddamn mayor, too. This would cause a huge scandal, just killing him for essentially being, the receiver of any of your confession. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. He found out, so he became involved. I should never have told him. All this should have just been our fault. Only the four of us. It wasn't something I should have told someone else. He got killed because I told him. He got killed because he knew. He got killed because I revealed it.
おい、待てよ。
Hey, stop.
そんな奴なら、打ち明けた村長を殺す前に、お前から先に殺すに決まってるじゃないか。
If they were doing that, then they would have obviously have killed you before killing the mayor.
順番が違うよ。
The order is all wrong.
殺されるなら、俺かシオンが先。
You or I should have been killed first.
他の奴らが先に死んだりするものか。
Why the hell would someone else get killed first?
順番はあります。
No, it's an order.
私たちを一番最後に殺すつもりに違いないんです。
They must be planning to kill us last of all. Let's not jump to any conclusions here. We don't have any proof of that.
は？なんだって？
What?
人思いに殺さないで。親しい人たちから順々に殺していって、散々悲しい思いをさせた後に殺す。そういう狙いに違いないんです。
They're not killing the first people who come to mind. They start by killing those who we're close to. And then after they cause us so much pain, they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing.
落ち着けって。
I said calm down.
シオンは今、ショックを受けてパニックを起こしてるだけなんだよ。
Shion, you're in shock. You're panicking.
村長の失踪はシオンとは関係ない。
The mayor's disappearance has nothing to do with you.
無関係だ。
It's unconnected.
高野さんたちの死とも全く関係ないんだ。
It's not related to Takano-san, Tomotaki-san dying at all either. My words came out as a scream, as if I were shouting them at myself. No! It is connected. It just has to be. I told him, so he was killed. He got killed because he knew. I confessed to him, so he got killed. She repeated the same thing as before, as though she were in a delirium. Despite my trying to console the crazed Shion, for some reason, the shadow at my feet began to freeze. From that shadow, a cold arm reached out, so cold that it seemed like it would freeze even my heart just by touching me, and it grabbed my ankle. The heat generated by my body, the arm was absorbing it. It was a horrible chill, a freezing cold, numbingly frigid. It was an inviolable chill of fear. Though I sympathized with Shion, I had been naive in thinking it was something only she had to worry about. In my head, Shion's eerie words repeated again and again. He was killed because I told him. He was killed because he found out. I confessed everything, so he was killed. Those words echoed through my head like a monotone mantra. And finally, even those repetitions took on meaning. Now hold on, Keiichi. Let's just say for the sake of argument that Rika is going to be next, following this train of logic. That she's now going to be killed because she found out through you what you guys did. Do you have any idea what kind of chaos that would likely cause in the village of Hinamizawa? She's the last surviving member of the Furuti family and the Shrine Maiden. She is very important to the spiritual customs of this village. If she were to be killed because of, well, frankly, your violation of the village's spiritual customs, that just, again, this isn't making any sense to me. Even if it is just to essentially cause you guys pain, why would they go after the mayor and the fucking Shrine Maiden? And the last Shrine Maiden, and on top of that, like, the mayor can be replaced, but the last surviving member of the Furuti family, the Shrine Maiden, not so much. Don't let your fears run away with you, otherwise we're probably just gonna end up having a repeat of Chapter 1. Quiet shaking had already overtaken me, turned into a violent shiver that shot my spine.
Rika-chan!
Rika-chan!
Rika-chan da!
It's Rika-chan! What?
今、なんて言ったんですか?
What did you say just now?
俺も、実は、打ち明けたんだ。
The truth is, I told her about it.
リカちゃんに、今日
I told Rika-chan, today.
リカちゃんって、リカちゃまのことですか?
Rika-chan. You mean Rika-chama?
フルデ神社のリカちゃま?
The one from the Furuti Shrine?
そうだよ、リカちゃんだよ。
Yes, Rika-chan.
俺も、どうしようもなく不安で、打ち明けたんだ。
I felt so scared and uneasy that I did it.
リカちゃんに。
I told Rika-chan.
そうしたら、リカちゃまはなんて?
When you did, what did she say? The cat is worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. That's what Rika-chan said. Then she smiled. She smiled, just like the missing mayor had when he encouraged Shion.
ごめん、シオン。
I'm sorry, Shion.
ちょっと、リカちゃんのことが心配になっちゃって。
I'm worried about Rika-chan.
はい。
Right.
そんなに心配でしたら、ぜひ電話を。
If you're that concerned, then don't worry about
安否
me.
を確認してみてください。
Please, go find out whether she's safe.
ああ、そうさせてもらう。
Yeah, I'll do that.
また明日も、このくらいの時間に連絡します。
I'll call you again tomorrow at the same time.
それをもって、私の安否確認としてください。
When I do, you'll know I'm still alright.
わかった。待ってる。
I got it. I'll be waiting.
じゃあな。
Okay, bye.
すまん。
Sorry.
切るぞ。
I'm hanging up. I put down the receiver without waiting for Shion to say goodbye. The danger to Shion and myself was secondary at this point. My sixth sense was blaring alarms in my head. I don't like this feeling. It's really bad. It's definitely bad.
くそ。無事でいてくれ。
Damn it. Please be safe.
リカちゃん。
Rika-chan! Oh, shit. I really do hope nothing bad happens to Rika. This is definitely none of this is definitely good. At all. New tips unlocked. Scrapbook note 8. And their punishment isn't over? Well. So. We now know about more of the Sonozaki family's shady dealings behind the scenes in getting the dam project to stop. And so much that they were even willing to kidnap somebody in order to accomplish their goals. So, I can no longer look at the Sonozaki family as just a family that just simply has a lot of business and political influence within the town. Within the Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. They definitely do seem to essentially be a syndicate that controls these places. But whether or not they actually have anything to do with the murders and disappearances that have been going on throughout the past few years, ever since the dam foreman's death, the jury is still very much out on that as far as I'm concerned. And like I've been saying, I find it hard to believe here that even if what Shion is speculating is true, that they're going after people close to both Shion and Keiichi here in order to cause them as much pain for going after them directly, going after the mayor and the freaking shrine maiden of Hinamizawa makes absolutely no freaking sense to me. And this is essentially for supposedly committing a very large taboo within the village. Like, killing two important leaders to the village, both a political and a spiritual leader to boot. If you can consider Rika to be a spiritual leader in this sense anyway. Like, what kind of insane logic is that? Like, I don't want to believe that's what's going on here. I want to believe that there's something else going on than what Keiichi and Shion are speculating. Something that we're not seeing. I'm not seeing the full picture here. And that's just clouding their judgment. Still, if they're right to be worried about... If they are right to be worried, though, about telling anybody else what they did, then as insane as it is to me, then Rika-chan must clearly be in danger. It's the way I see it. And next time, Rika might not be around. And that's an unpleasant thought to me, to say the least. I don't know. I guess we'll find out one way or the other next time, because I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut things off here, and we could check out the 2 tips I unlocked, and then start the next chapter and find out whether or not we really have any reason to be worried for Rika's safety in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next time. Take care.